What went wrong? Why was I so...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please observe what is happening here.
What's happening?
Carl is explaining his result, which is what the test said he would be doing.
Do you think creatives are actually less EQ?
There's some evidence that creative people are very inner-directed, inner focused, and they can be less people-centric because they're very craft-driven, and kind of other things surrounding that are peripheral. So there's some truth in that.
So I know that when you do your EQ testing and profiling with people, that you're not allowed to share any of the details. It's like a 0. But I now give you full. I was going to go religious there, but I won't. I will give you full carte blanche on
sharing your results.
Sharing my results. Like what happened? What went wrong? Why was I so?
Well, first of all, let me try to paint a picture of the result. So when you get the result, imagine it's a page and there's 16 dimensions, and going across the page is like a bar chart, like a bar telling you how far you are across the EQ spectrum, right?
Mine was just not a bar, it was more like a
No, yours
pub.
was like this thin...
It's just like lots of
All
those
the way.
things.
And normally you see like bars here like really strong and some like bar a little weak and some a little strong, and I'm like,
Was it
where
that
on
bad?
earth do I start?
Were you like, oh, his bars aren't on the graph?
Well, I think when I'm approaching this stuff, and I know all of these dimensions are supposed to be equal, I always start with empathy. Because empathy is the starting point.
Can I just say though,
What?
I think maybe, and I know, like when I did the test, it said, oh, he's going to question the test. Can I just question the test slightly?
Yeah.
I'm really empathetic, like massively so. But I think when I was doing the test, I was trying to be too clever for my own good. I was like, oh, well, maybe it's a bit of this and a bit of that.
Right.
So I wasn't like committing to any of the answers.
Right.
And I think that's where that's a massive failure on the part of the test. You're going to have people that just think, I don't commit to this because it's a bit of
Ladies
this
and
and a bit
gentlemen,
of
are you
this.
seeing what's ladies and gentlemen, please observe what is happening here.
What's happening?
Carl is explaining his result, which is what the test said he would be doing.
Did you not think a bit of this and a bit of this?
What the test score does for the
I didn't want to land on anything. I was like, no,
Well,
that's not 100%
but it shows
true.
that. It shows that. In other words, when I get my result of I can see the distribution of how you've answered questions. And it will flag if there is an anomaly or something.
Did I get flagged?
No, your result distribution was pretty good. So that was not an issue. The other thing is, when people think they're trying to outguess the questions, the author of these tests have figured out how to ask numerous questions on the same result.
Yeah.
They'll get to a good result, generally speaking. Yeah.
That's what happened. Like I was getting like the same question, like in 5 different variables.
Yeah, and that's what
I was
they're
like, this shit's broken.
Yeah. But I think emotional intelligence is something you need to practice and to do. And every human being on the planet, and you're right, you just said it, you have empathy.
But also, that's really hard. You can't just say that because you can't just go into work, especially if you're in like a really like, most people go into work and they don't have free time to like experience things and like change things and practice things. Like it's really hard. You're in work. You're almost like most people I know are working from the second they get in to the second they leave. It's really, really hard.
I don't buy it. Here,
Okay,
for
so
example, let me give you an
don't
example.
buy it, but what could I do?
Okay, let's take an email, right? How many emails
Fuck
people...
emails.
So you're going to do an email,
Yeah.
and you can do an email that says, hey, where is this? I need this. It's late, so forth. And never write an email where there's no names, like, hi, George, love, Carl, right?
No,
Now, that's
but
efficient.
I do this. You know why I do this?
Why?
Because, like, I know, and I've spoken to like 100 times, and I'm emailing. I don't want to say, hey, how you doing? Because I'm like, I just saw him 20 minutes having a cigarette outside, or I've just seen him like sniffing poppers over in the kitchen. Or I went clubbing with him the night before.
See, I think
the last thing I want to be is like, hey, Queen, how are you? Because I don't want him to respond with, oh, hey, Queen. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'm good. Like, last night was like the best.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I think that, remember, everything you do has an impact on how people feel, yeah? Like Maya Angelou, remember what she said? You know, you're forgotten for what you did, you're forgotten for what you said, you're not forgotten for how you make people feel. So even though it may be someone who's working with you close, if you write saying, hey, thanks so much for that yesterday, that was really great. Hey, listen, we're a little late on this thing. You see the difference in tonality? Remember, everything you do will have an impact on how someone feels.
And if you drag Maya Angelou out one more time, if someone else could say from the grave, is she still about?
No, she's not, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you dig up Maya one more time, just to make an excuse for my behaviour, I'm going to start learning Maya Angelou's,
But you see what I mean?
throwing them back at you.